Hey guys, today we're going to go ahead with Wednesday's problems. Let's start with the first one. Mrs. Andrews used 456 Clorox wipes in 1 year. She estimates she's going to use 10 times as many next year. How many wipes does she think she will use next year? So we know our equation. I'm going to do my variables W for wipes. If I did 456 this year and I think I'm going to do 10 times more next year, then I'm going to multiply it by 10. At the beginning of the school year, remember we did our place value chart and we'd show how each place value is getting 10 times bigger, meaning it's moving one to the left, giving us an answer of 4,560 wipes in 1 year. Wow, that's crazy. Let's move on to number 2. Let's get started with number 2. What is 62,185 divided by 5? You know the drill. Pause the video, list your steps and your first 10 multiples of the number 5. Okay, so now I'm going to start to go ahead and divide. So I'm looking for 5 into 6. And I know that it can go in 1 time. So after I divide, I'm going to multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. Now I can go ahead and subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. I think that it's really important, boys and girls, to remember to line up your place value, because if you're not nice and neat, this whole process can get very confusing. So make sure you're taking your time and making it nice and neat. Now we can go ahead and bring down, and then we get to repeat the process. So can 5 go into 12? 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Now I can subtract, and I'm left with 2. Again, I bring down, and I repeat. Can 5 go into 21? 4 times. That's me dividing. 4 times 5 is 20. Now I'm going to subtract, and I'm left with 1. So I'm going to bring down again. 5 into 18 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So I subtract. I'm left with 3, so I can bring down, and I'm left with 5. 35, it can go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, so I put my 7. 7 times 5 is 35. That was me multiplying. Next, I subtract, and I'm left with 0. 5 can't go into 0, and I have nothing left to bring down, leaving me with a quotient of 12,437, and that would be C on your worksheet. Let's keep going. The next one's a multiplication problem. What is the result, which means the end, from when you multiply 64 times 28? So we're trying to find the product. You could do the area model or the standard algorithm, or the area model. Sorry, I can't talk today. I'm going to do both just because I think it's a great way to double check your work. So pause your video and pick your strategy. All right, boys and girls, so what I did for this one to find the result of 64 and 28 is I did the standard algorithm, and then I went through and did the area model to double check my work, and I got a total product of 1,792. Let's do the next one. It says name an angle that is exactly 180 degrees. So we know an angle that is exactly 180 degrees. It's got two 90-degree angles, like 90 and 90 equals 180. And that angle right here is a straight line, also known as a straight angle. Awesome. Our next one is finding the value of G. So we're going to add 674,259 plus 67,408 together. And then remember, we could always do that inverse operation to double check our work. All right, guys, here we go. Let's solve it. 9 and 8 is 17. 5 and 1 is 6. 4 and 2 is 6. 7 and 4 is 11. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 and 1 is 7. Cha, 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 slide. Oops. So I got a total value for G of 741,667. And we could check that using our inverse operation, which is doing the opposite. So we would subtract this addend here, and now it would become our subtrahend. And then we could go ahead and subtract it. If we're right, we'll get 674,259. If you want to pause your video and go ahead and solve that. If you see here when I did my inverse operation, I did get the addend from over here, so I know my value of G is correct. We have one more for today, and it's rounding. I'm going to try to squeeze it over here so I don't have to waste more paper. My problem is 1,804,159, and I'm rounding it to the nearest 100,000. So I go ahead and I underline the 100,000s place. I look to my right and I see my riddle. 0 to 4, stay on the floor. 5 to 9, climb the vine. Because I'm not doing anything, I'm staying on the floor, the 1,800,000 stay the same. All the rest after it become zeros. So it's approximately 1,800,000. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you later.